Welcome back to another video. Hope everyone's keeping well. I wanted to update the channel and everyone that is watching on my current update and my current situation with the business progression and moving to Dubai. And I wanted to come completely clear and transparent with what is going on and what has happened since I uploaded the video at the start of this year in January, with moving to Dubai and progressing the business onwards, etc., etc. We done quite well in the sense of we definitely pushed ourselves out of our comfort zone, and I've done things that I've never done before, i.e., filming content and publishing it onto Instagram and TikTok and to YouTube, especially the short form. And I think one of the biggest fears and obstacles that I've had to overcome in the last 3 months, something that I've struggled to overcome for the last 4 or 5 years, was speaking to the camera and then posting it for people to see that I know or who knows me. Friends and family of myself, friends and family of my girlfriend. It's been fulfilling. The content creation has been the most fulfilling type of work at the minute, and which is why I progressed so much with it, in the sense of, it's been a top priority. I've been in flow state. I've talked about law of rhythm a few times, and the rhythm has been good with creating content and posting it, getting into a routine, getting into a habit of just picking up the camera and vlogging anyways without a plan or script in place. I've received some really inspiring messages, with certain individuals messaging me saying they really like my content, it's really helped them. They came to me for help, asking for advice on certain things and topics which I won't share. Overall, I've had really good positive feedback. And for me, that was an indicator that the thing that you fear, or the thing that you build out in your head, build and create a scenario in your head that something is going to be negative, or you just develop this anxiety and fear towards something, and then when you go and do it, the absolute opposite happens, i.e. creating content, talking to the camera, publishing it, and then thinking people are going to start saying nasty shit, people are going to start taking the piss out of you and laughing at you. But the truth is, one, that's not even the case 99% of the time, and the 1% it might happen, you're not going to know, because if someone's laughing at you, you're not going to know if someone's laughing at you because it's on a screen, right? You're not going to know if they are. If you get negative hate, cool, then you've just triggered someone because they don't like truth, depending on what you're talking about. But it's still engagement at the end of the day, and we're going to make enemies on this path. So I just had to come to terms and to grips with it and go, well, at the end of the day, I'm now 25, time is fucking moving on. Like, when do I say enough is enough? When do I put my foot down? And when do I draw the line saying, no, now I've got to start creating content? I wanted to for years. I never knew what I was going to talk about. I never knew what content I was going to create. Sometimes you've just got to pick up the camera and go with the flow. Even the first year's worth of content might not be the year of content, or it might not be that specific bit of content that will get you the thousands of followers and, maybe the fame or whatever your goal is. That might just be the year of practicing the craft, learning how to edit, learning how to talk to the camera, building the confidence, which is one thing. And it might be the year after that where you go, actually, I've done a year's worth of content now of all sorts of different things. Let's really, focus on this specific type of content, whether it be short form for TikTok or whether it be long form and it be about the mind, or business advice, it could be fitness, lifestyle, anything. So I'm trying everything at the minute, which might not be the best way, but at the end of the day, I'm going to have to do a lot of volume to get the experience and the hours underneath my belt, to build the confidence, to learn the craft. That's what I'm doing, even if it is with the content that I might not pursue for the rest of my life. You've got to start somewhere. You've just got to walk the path, and the path will reveal itself as you walk it, right? So you've just got to move. If you stand still on the path waiting for it to show, it's not going to happen like that. So here we are 3 months later. We're now, it's like the end of March. I think it's like the 23rd of March 2026, and we did say I'd be in Dubai by the end of January. Shit happens. It didn't go to plan. The goal hasn't changed, the destination hasn't changed, just a route to get there, and the time frame has. That's it. Obviously there's a war going on at the minute. Moving to Dubai is currently delayed anyways, out of our control. A bit more on the business itself, because me moving to Dubai will sort of come as the business progresses, right? So I had a guy called Andrew Parker come into my life through another contact, and another point in my network, and he was pointed in my direction. Him coming into my life has now helped my business evolve, acquire a full setup, supply chain logistics worldwide. I've now got a trade account open and a partnership open with biggest supplier slash wholesaler in the UK who can ship global. And I've now got another supplier relationship secured. They're based in the UK. I won't say what they do. They've got 2 sister brands which also operate in Bulgaria, which also means they have showrooms in the Middle East, in the UAE, specifically Dubai itself. To me, that is a huge manifestation, because I was talking about having partnerships in Dubai and I was literally visualizing having conversations with other companies or connections to land a partnership in Dubai so that I can operate in the market in the UAE. That's came to fruition. So I've now got a supply chain logistics set up worldwide. So they operate in the UK, they've got showrooms in New York, basically every other country in Europe, North America, and Dubai. They had a business consultant who was working on their behalf for the company out there in Dubai, but they quit for whatever reason. I don't know. And they then turned around and said, "Oh, maybe you're the missing link, the missing chain, right? To getting business operating back out in Dubai," because they said their Dubai business obviously died off, came to a dead end because their Dubai contact quit, changed industry, whatever is the reason. That was, I thought, very interesting, and I thought this is perfect for moving to Dubai, operating in Dubai, and generating business and network and connections out there. So we closed one more supplier, but this supplier has they're like a sister branch, so they're under 2 different names because they have 2 different types of catalogs and industries that they supply. One's more hospitality, one is very much hospitality based, and then the other is commercial again, but more focused on what I'm actually focusing on. They have a warehouse in Spain, which is where they are based mainly, but they ship all over the world. That is their business model. Most of their business is outside of Spain, even though their manufacturer is in Spain. And they have showrooms in 5 different areas in the UAE, which I think is crazy. And it's like, that's now two suppliers that I can work with who have showrooms in Dubai and other parts of the UAE. When it comes to providing my service in the UAE and Dubai itself, it now means that I haven't got to worry about where I'm going to go to get it, because the work's done. Now, I'm not saying I'm going to only rely on those 2, because you can build up your arsenal of suppliers, right? And have many different options. But I've got 2, and I haven't even got to Dubai yet. The power of networking is real. Chain events just happening, alignment falling into place, all from making phone calls. That is the power of reaching out to your current network, asking for some help or advice. Do you know this person? Do you know that? Cold calling companies. And that's where we're at with, where we've sort of progressed with the business. And then on the other hand of partnerships, I had supplier relationships set up, then I had B2B referral partnerships. So working with companies in Dubai and then them giving me clients, and I'd give them a percentage on, the order or the service provided. And we actually had 3 inquiries come through in the last month or so. But due to the war, it actually all fell through. Well, it hasn't fell through. It's been delayed and put on, a hold for the minute. So this Dubai war has absolutely affected the business in that sense, and it's definitely slowed down everything in relation to moving to Dubai and doing business with Dubai. But it is what it is. We adapt, we pivot, and you take it on the chin basically and just carry on anyways, because that's all you can do. It's out of your control, right? I haven't been cold calling, to be honest, because in that time I've moved place. I've moved into a different place. I haven't really had the setup or the environment to make cold calls, really. To be honest, I haven't really been focusing too much on generating the business. I've actually been focusing more on creating content and just dealing with immediate challenges in my current life as we are now. So things that aren't necessarily business related. That's just the way life flows at times. Just got to roll with the punches and and just deal with the immediate challenges that present themselves to you, whether it be involved with business or not. And that is life. Running a business is one thing in life, but you've also got a life to run, and you've also got a body to look after, you've got people to look after. It's it is what it is, but we're back on it, and we're just getting the momentum built back up. We're not taking our foot off the gas necessarily with the business. It's just been occupied with other things going on. They've now been dealt with. The new routine has been developed, and hopefully coming to the end of this war soon, so we can start seeing some clearer visions as to when it's going to happen, not where or how, because we know we're going to Dubai. That's regardless. But it's all just about when, and when's safe to do so, when's going to be applicable. I was trying to find investment. I couldn't get the money through. I couldn't generate the money to move to Dubai in the time frame that I had. I was looking for around 20k. Couldn't generate it. I was looking for business loans. Any way I could possibly get my hands on 20 to 30k, I was trying to do it. I even put a TikTok out there asking for investment. Not much came from it other than the fact that the universe was essentially declining it. Everyone that I asked said no. Could I have asked more volume? Possibly. It came to my attention that really, like, the money that I would be asking for wouldn't really be going on the business. It would be to fund my actual move, like setting up the company formation, paying for the visas, and then a lot of it would be going on to personal terms for like renting and that sort of thing. I thought, there's no way I can ask an investor to give me 20k and then go drop fucking 20k on rent. Like, that's not who I am. I'm not like that. I'm not gonna get an investment so I can pay my rent. Like, fuck that. So that wasn't the right thing to do. That's what I contemplated on, and just made sure I was on the right path and on the same page with my thoughts. And I thought if it was meant to happen that way, the universe would have allowed it, but it didn't happen that way. And maybe there was a greater lesson to be taught in this period that I've been going through in my life. It's put myself out of my comfort zone with ringing people I would never normally call to network, people that I know of but would never really speak to otherwise, to ask for investment. It can be quite a scary thing if you're starting a new business and you don't really truly know if it's going to work out. You just have a clear vision of where you want to go. You have a business model and a business map and a business idea already set up and already sort of operating. You just need to generate the business, and you're asking for people you don't really know to borrow 20 to 40,000 pounds, and you don't know if you'd even be able to pay it back. The universe would guide me and support me through the process. I know that. It's always got my back, so I wasn't worried. It didn't happen like that, and then I moved places before I could move to Dubai, before I could generate the money. Moved in with my girlfriend, just renting a room, so I've lost a lot of space. I don't focus on what I've lost, I focus on what I've gained. I've gained great money making opportunities. My expenses have dropped. Life is fine, life is good. I'm living with my girlfriend and my dog. There's pros and cons to every single step and stage in life, and as long as you focus on the pros and you train your brain to find the positive in every situation, then you will attract more of that back into your life, which is why I think it's so important to think positive. And it's not just cliche or typical motivational man speech. It's fucking science, basically. Like, if you focus on the negative, your brain will find ways to manifest and attract more negative shit, because you'll be on a specific vibration and frequency. You don't want to be on that. So that is why people say be positive, because it's not about being delusional or being in some fantasy world like, oh, my life's falling apart, let's be happy. It's like, well, no, just be on a higher vibration. Your life can still fall apart and be on a higher vibration. Doesn't mean the things that are falling apart in your life or plans not going to plan in the time frame or in the way it was supposed to. It means that something greater is forming in behind the scenes, if you like. And I've had to learn that. You know, would I love to be in Dubai right now? Fuck yeah, absolutely. But also there's a war going on over there, and being back here has allowed me to build a bit more money up, get a clearer vision, adapt to new routines and environments. And I've just been showing up every single day, posting consistently on social media. I've been getting back into the gym, focusing on the chiropractor, getting my back realigned and adjusted, like focusing on my health again, eating clean, eating good. So life's not too bad, regardless of what's gone wrong, you know. So that's sort of where we're at with life, business, Dubai, anything else really that I've spoken about previously. I'm still showing up with my content creation, and I will continue to do so. I'm still showing up for my business, and I'm continuing to do so. I'm focusing and prioritising the gym and nutrition in my body again, and I'm starting to feel better already. There's one other thing that I wanted to mention, which is when I put out a bit of content saying I'm looking for an investment, I had someone message me. We had a phone call he initially didn't go for the investment. However, a business opportunity did come from it, and it's an opportunity not just to go start another project and be scattered again. It's an opportunity to work with someone who has built businesses from the ground up, has been part of some of the biggest brands in the UK. He was part of a business and still is part of a business that has generated over 40 million in revenue in the last year and 23 in revenue the year before that. So it means he's a proper businessman. He has knowledge that I probably don't have to get a business up and off the ground financially and get up to those 10, 20k month marks where you can start pivoting and changing your life around. He's starting a new project, and he's actually, funnily enough, moving to Dubai at the same time, which I found an absolute coincidence. Bridge of instances, as I've said before. I've decided to channel some energy into him and the opportunity, because him as a person, I'm invested into him and his knowledge and his wisdom and his skill set and what I can learn from him as a business person, because working with him for a year, even if it didn't work out or we done it for a year, I can focus back on my own business with more wisdom, skill set, experience, knowledge and money. And that might be the difference for my business succeeding. We're taking it, we're doing it, just seeing how life goes, really. That's the update with everything, with the journey. If you're not following me on Instagram or TikTok, please go and follow me at Josh P. Clark. If you're not subscribed to my channel, please go and subscribe. It will really help out the channel. If you've gotten this far, I appreciate you for watching all of the video, and I guess I'll see you in the next one.